Thank you for coming in today. What brings you in?
Hi, I came in today because I have been feeling really down. I've been feeling like this for a while already, and I've been postponing and wanting to come, but I feel like I need to talk to somebody.
Can you tell me more about how you've been feeling?
Yeah, I just have really low moods. I don't have the energy to do anything. I just feel very sad.
Okay. And how long has this been going on for?
It's been about like 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more of your, who do you live with? Give me that demographic information.
Yeah, so I live with my husband. I have 3 children. I am a housewife, so I just stay home. I take care of, my children, and I take care of, the household, make sure I cook, I clean and everything. But I don't know what it is. These past 2 weeks, I've just been out of it. Like I don't want to do anything. My husband kind of approached me, and I'm a little embarrassed because he kind of pulled me aside, and he was just like, like, usually you're very clean, like what's going on? Look at me, like I'm literally wearing like something very comfortable. I'm usually, I wear, some jeans or, very casual, but I'm not in the mood. Like, I have a hard time getting up from bed. Like I just want to like lay down and sleep and not really do much.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood?
Yeah. So I lived. I had 5 siblings. It was 2 girls and 3 boys. My parents, like a Hispanic, culture basically. I don't know, for 5 kids, I feel like it was a pretty big family. I don't feel like we were really that close. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me about the family dynamics?
Well, with my siblings, it was just, I think everybody kind of did their own thing. I know we kind of, there was a big gap level, so it was kind of hard because, there wasn't really much, I guess, in common, if there's these big gaps. With my parents,
let's start off with your father. How was your relationship with your father?
Okay. With my dad, it was interesting. He was there, but I don't feel like he was ever supportive. He was always a grumpy man. Never really wanted to really be involved. So like if I was in cheerleading, he would always say that he was always tired because of work. So he never really made that effort and like being there for like other like school activities. Like I said, he would always get to the house like very tired, very angry, very annoyed. That even like with our mom, like my mom knew already like how he was, and she felt bad for his behavior. So, my mom would always tell us, just go to your room, and we would go into our rooms, and I think like my dad would pick up on that, like saying like, I'm home, like why don't my kids greet me type thing. And I don't know, we were kind of scared of him because he was always in a grumpy mood. So.
And how did that make you feel?
Well, I was scared. Like I really tried to get out of the way of things, not wanting to be really near him as much, because if you did something wrong, like he would always tell you something, like degrade you, and he would just make you feel very little, especially being a woman. And my mom would always tell me like, oh, you gotta be strong, you can't, if he doesn't tell you something, just let him tell you, so I would always have to take it in and be respectful and not like talk back or anything like that.
So you didn't show any emotion towards your dad or, the things that he would tell you?
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, that was a no.
Can you tell me more about that? Would you stay quiet, or what else would you do?
Yeah, so if he would come home and he would go to my room and he would pick on something that said toys on the floor or something, and he would tell me to pick them up, and he would just start telling me mean things, and obviously I would pick him up, you know, he's the parents, I listened to him, but it was scary. Like I tried to avoid sometimes like eye contact because, you know, I felt like everything that we all did like would bug him.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What about the relationship with your mother? Can you tell me more about that?
I mean, my mom, she was very nice, very caring. I felt like she was always limited to everything. Like, I don't feel like she really, like if something was happening and, you know, my dad started saying stuff, my mom never like defended me, like never said like, oh, you know, calm down, or like you're wrong. Like it's always been like my dad's always right, and, you know, just kind of go with the flow. And I feel like that's how we were raised all the time. It's just go with the flow, you know, don't talk back, don't do anything. You gotta respect your elders.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the biggest thing, is
Mm-hmm.
respect. No matter if you were wrong or right, whatever, or that person's wrong or right,
Mm-hmm.
you have to always respect them.
What else would she tell you?
She would just tell me like, you know, just listen to what he has to say, do everything that he has to say, because, you know, we were scared of him. Like we were scared that he, you know, he would become like violent. So we didn't want him to start getting more upset or agitated. So we would just kind of listen to what he had to say. So if he wanted us to go get I don't know, food, you know, we would go do it, or some type of chore or something, we would go do it. Like it was never like, oh, hold on, or you know, can you wait because I'm doing homework, or I'm busy. Like it's always been like, if he says something, you gotta do it.
Mm-hmm. And how did all that make you feel?
I think it always made me feel like I was on my toes. Like, oh my God, he's coming. Like, what does he need? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've always catered to his needs. It was hard. I mean, you know, now that you're bringing that up, it's, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it was hard being a child.
So do you feel that, like, based on what you said, coming from a Mexican or Hispanic family, that you had to basically just stay quiet and not verbalize your needs, your wants, your emotions?
Yes, definitely. It was hard. And even then, if I even tried, you know, my mom would be like, don't say that, you know, be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad shouldn't be hearing that stuff. You need to, like, you know, just do what he tells you. Do as what he says.
Okay. Do you feel that you didn't have the opportunity to, like, cry out or tell them problems you had?
Oh no, I don't think my parents ever gave me that layaway of like, oh, you know, what we used to see in TV is like, oh, you know, how was school today, and how are you feeling, and what's going on. No, it's always been like you had a responsibility of going to school, doing what you have to do, but also what your parents had to tell you to do.
Okay.
So if you're stressing out for a test, they don't care. Like it was like, you gotta toughen up, you gotta do it regardless. So what are you telling me for, type thing.
Okay, Amanda, thank you for sharing your story. It seems that based on your childhood and the relationship with your mom and your dad, you learned how to suppress the feelings, your emotions. You learned how to not verbalize how you feel. And I believe that that's what's happening with your family, with your husband especially, to where you feel that you don't have a voice, that you shouldn't be telling him how you feel, what you want and your needs are. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, like I said, you know, my husband told me, you know, something's wrong. Like you need to go and speak to somebody. And I even felt, you know, a little uncomfortable, you know, sharing to you, you know, about my history and about me and, you know, everything that I'm dealing with, because it is hard. You know, I've never been exposed to sharing my feelings and my thoughts.
Yeah, because that's what you learned, not to deal with the thoughts, the feelings, and your emotions. So I really appreciate you sharing all this. We advanced in the session today. You said that you didn't feel comfortable sharing that with me, yet you did, and I really appreciate that. On the next session, we're going to work on how to change your thinking, so that eventually you learn how to deal with those suppressed feelings that you have in a healthy way with your husband and your family.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.